If you feel that you are stuck in a rut, or you know that you are in a rut, everyone around you thinks that you're successful. You might have already got the success in your professional life. You might already have enough of wealth in terms of money. You might have all the fame, the influence, the power that, the rest of the world is kind of chasing after. You've got all of that, but for some reason, there is something that you feel that you're missing. Then this episode may shed some light on the power of awareness, attention. So the first thing to recognize is that no matter what you have in your life, money cannot buy fulfillment or peace of mind that you're after. Of course, money buys a lot of things. Money gives us a lot of pleasures of life, and it's a good thing to have money. But if you have all of that and you're still searching, then the key thing is that the ingredient that you're searching is within you. And that's what I mean by attention. Attention is a state of being. And, I got to know really and understand the whole power of attention through the teachings of Vadim Zeland. Now, he's a quantum physicist and he has written multiple books on reality transurfing. And what he says is that the reality that we create is a reality that we can shift that reality into a completely different reality should we want to choose a different reality. Because in the space or the alternative space that we live in, there are multiple realities that are happening simultaneously as we speak. We don't have to create any reality. All the different realities already exist, and they are called different lifelines. So if you can picture a maze with different kinds of lines, and you have chosen a lifeline that you are actually walking across. Now, at any point in time, you can switch lanes or you can switch lifelines if you choose to switch that lifeline. As long as you start believing that you have control and you can influence your reality by the most important ingredient, which is attention and intention. So to break this down further, rather than talk about both those ingredients, I'd like us to focus on only one ingredient, which is attention. So how do we come across and how do we get ourselves into attention? The first thing to remember is that, the waking world that we are living in, when we think that we are awake, we are actually in a dream world. Even this waking world that we are in, we are actually dreaming. So some of us probably will never wake up. We are so used to being on autopilot that we probably might not wake up. And then some of us wake up, recognize that the reality that we are in is not the reality we want, but we don't know what to do, and so we get into different aspects like taking drugs or medication or alcohol or smoking. We go down a different lifeline thinking that that is going to give us happiness, right? But for a moment, I just want you to just stay with me and just think about this, because you have done this before in a different part of your life. Where everyone is chasing after money, you probably have enough of money. But you created that reality. You chose that reality. Someone else might be, in a reality where they think that they're poor and money is really hard to find. But in your reality, money is easy, Someone might be in a reality where they are poor, but they feel content. They are totally fulfilled. So they have chosen a reality of fulfillment, right? Then there could be a reality where someone is from a poor class and has moved into a middle class. But they have moved or chosen a different reality. And now it's up to you to decide or design this new reality that you want. So to design the new reality, the first thing to recognize is that we need to wake up. We need to recognize that we are in a dream, even though we are awake. We have to wake up in this dream, all right? And to wake up in this dream, there are 3 important questions to ask. The first question is, who am I? Second, where am I? And the third, what am I doing right now? These 3 questions, when you keep asking yourself in this waking world, in the life that you are awake in, you will get to see what you are doing. So that's where attention comes into being. It's the focal point, it's the center point, at which moment you then have the second ingredient, which is intention. But we won't talk about intention right now. Let's just talk about attention. So to get into attention or awareness, 3 important questions. Who am I? Where am I? And what am I doing right now? Because once you start asking these questions, you will discover that there are 2 triggers. One is the inner trigger, and second is the outer trigger. So let me explain what do I mean by these 2 triggers. So the outer trigger are things that are happening outside of you. It could be, the light switching on. It could be your phone ringing. It could be someone calling you. It could be a car zooming past you. So these are all things that are happening outside of you, but you've got to be aware of it. So every time something happens, right, ask yourself, who am I? Where am I? And what am I doing right now? The inner triggers are things that we have to take action. So things like you start wanting to cook. You're going to cook. So that's an inner trigger. You're going to take action. You might be wanting to send out an email to a prospective client or to a friend or to a family member in a different part of the world. That is an action that you're going to take. You might be wanting to go onto Facebook, or you might be wanting to watch a movie. These are all actions that you are taking. That's your internal trigger. And again, you need to wake up and ask yourself, who am I? Where am I? And what am I doing right now? Because when you start asking these questions, you start getting yourself into awareness. You start making sure that you're waking up from a dream. Think of it this way. When you go to sleep, sometimes, even though you're sleeping, you might have a dream. You might be seeing a particular script that is running, and you're from the outside looking at that dream. Sometimes we alter that dream even though we are sleeping. We don't like something, so we start changing that particular action or that particular script, right? Sometimes we wake up because we feel scared, or we feel really upset, or we feel really like it's a scary dream. And sometimes when we wake up, we feel really happy and we say, I had this dream about so-and-so episode. So that is a script that is being run when we are asleep. Now the same script is running when you are awake. The only thing is that sometimes we are on autopilot, we are unconscious, and we have not understood attention, to awaken, to be present in that moment. And that's where attention comes into being. Remember something, the script that you're currently running, no matter how much you try to change it, you won't be able to change it. Because oftentimes we see what is happening to our life and we try to make small tweaks We try to come up with a strategy. Maybe our business is not doing that well, so we try to alter that strategy. Or we try to find someone because, we're not feeling fulfilled from a companionship perspective. Or, we might feel that, the friends that we have, we probably don't have really good friends. It's a fake world. And we are trying to tweak things by using external attributes. But what you've got to remember is that reality is created within you. Reality is already there. You just have to be the director of your movie, and you need to pick a different reality that you want. Don't try to alter the current reality because it ain't gonna work. You have to learn how to pick a new reality. And the only way to do that is through attention and intention. So let me try and summarize this so that you have everything in one go. The first thing to recognize is if you are in a rut, if you feel that there is something missing, if you are searching for something, no matter how much you try to alter or change that current script, you cannot change it. What you can do is believe that there is a different reality that you want, and you can pick that reality. And the only way to do that is by embracing attention and intention. Attention is a state of being where we recognize that in the waking world that we live in, we need to actually wake up. We need to ask the question, who am I? Where am I? What am I doing right now? By asking these questions and training ourselves, our subconscious starts giving us the answers, because we come across two triggers. The outer trigger, that's whatever is happening around us and outside of us, and the inner trigger is what we decide to take action on. So whenever you come across an outer trigger, remember to wake up and ask yourself, who am I? Where am I? What am I doing right now? When you decide to take action, ask yourself, who am I? Where am I? And what am I doing right now? To give you an example, the action that I decided to take today was to create this video. I had to ask myself, who am I? Where am I? And what am I doing right now? And the answer that I got was, I'm called Zurika. I live in New Zealand. I am in my home wanting to create a video. That's what I'm doing right now. And the hope is that I will connect with another friend, maybe in this universe, who will stumble across this video. And I have to be my current self so that that person can connect with me. Similarly, I want you for the next week to just give attention to everything. The most simplest thing, just give yourself that gift of attention. I hope this episode has been useful. And if it has, if you feel what I'm saying right now connected with you, then we can actually connect and communicate and have a conversation. And what I've done is I've created a 45-minute free strategy session. And this session is all about you. Okay, it's about trying to pinpoint your blind spot so that you can recognize what areas you have to work on by yourself, because no one else can help you. Only you, your soul, can help you, right? And through that strategy session, you will get to know what areas you want to create, what kind of a reality you want in your life. And probably as a friend, I can help you to be able to pin down those areas and figure out the tools that are required to make them happen. If you need to connect with me, there are two ways. One is through our YouTube channel, which is Living an Amazing Life. All you need to do is search on YouTube, but don't put any spaces. Just use it as one word, Living an Amazing Life. Or you can visit our website, which is livinganamazinglife.com. And there will be a button which is called Free Strategy Session. So you can click on it, you can fill out the form, and when I receive it, I'll have a read through it so that when I'm connecting with you, I'm connecting through awareness rather than just, doing the process. I wish you peace. I wish you abundance of happiness. I wish you success always. And thank you so much for taking the time to connect with me today. I hope I will be your virtual friend, and I hope you will be my friend too. Take care. Namaste.